do? What it do? What it do? What it do?
How's it going, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. Another day, so ain't nothing wrong with that. How you?
Right on time, and I appreciate that, man.
You know what, man? Listen, I like to be on time with mine, so I respect other people's times as well.
But first, I want to ask you, how you feeling? How you living right now, man? I know times are crazy, but you still doing your thing. So how you been, man?
Man, we trying, man. Just trying to make the best, pivot in this situation that we in with everything going on. Just blessed, blessed, still be able to make an impact with these kids, still be able to, do what we do with the foundation, do what we do with the South Side market. So, I mean, even though it's a lot different, I will say, man, we blessed on this side. How about you, man? Listen, real quick before for real, bro. I've been watching you for a minute since the Bowie State games, and
okay.
For real, bro, so I love the growth, and I see the growth. So when so when you see the growth and you watch somebody do it as you doing it too, it's vicious to see. So I salute you, bro. I see you doing your thing, bro.
Hey, bro, I salute you as well. I appreciate the love, man. I tell people you never know who's watching, and I never knew you were watching for that long.
Nah, for sure, bro. Indeed.
Appreciate that, man. But like tonight is about you. I appreciate the love. We always show love in the DMV. And one thing you've been doing is showing love is I want to get into the South Side market. I'm still going to wait to talk about it last, but it's something that's really been going on that I've been seeing, and I definitely need to come out and support it because each week it's like a different theme. So for the viewers who are viewing right now, could you let them know what is the South Side market, what benefits that it has, and why they should support?
So, let me tell you. So the South Side market is basically what we do. It's a black-owned market full of black-owned vendors, everything black-owned out there, and we just I do it with two other people. I do it with this girl Asia and my partner Lee, and we do it together. And the purpose is we have platforms, we have resources, we got people. So why not provide, like usually we got to provide this platform and these resources to others. So man, you got businesses that come out there who don't get the foot traffic, who aren't selling what they want, but they come out there with a great product and they get the foot traffic, and they're leaving with. They're selling out items that they've had for a while, or that they never sold out before, and they're leaving with way more followers. So, and it's a good black time. It's a good black social distance time. It's a DJ out there. It's food, drink, man, from candles to body butter to man to the adult talk, man.
Dude, we smelling good, looking shiny, looking great.
That's all, man. It's for us, man. It's for us, and each week is something different out there for us. So I just love to see it, man. Whenever you get that many black people to come together, I mean, and Southeast, and it's just all love. I mean, and we pushing that black dollar the right way. I ain't mad at that at all, man.
I'm not mad at you either. Like I said, I definitely wanted to come out. I was supposed to come out last week. I know Leek was there, selling the dirty water, and I told I was going to come out, but I couldn't because I had a situation with my car right now. I guess Corona's trying to end the car, so my car was in the shower. I was like, no. But I know tomorrow is canceled because of weather and climate, but next week people can come out. And is it still the young entrepreneurs this week? So what we're gonna switch that. So we probably end up because I'm never gonna forget about them. This tomorrow was supposed to be just for them. So what we're gonna do, we definitely gonna have something for them in the future. Maybe put them like throughout the rest of the ones that we're doing, still do something for them. But I mean, the kids is my thing, so we still gonna have some for them. But the next one on the 22nd is gonna be everything back to just not normal, but normal. Yeah, normal, but back in a work in progress. Exactly. And I want to talk about some things. I was on Twitter and I saw that. I know you tweeted. It was like some people was hating, saying that they feel like you were profiting off of DC. And I was like, how could you hate on Hail Zel? Like, well, out of all the viral things and everything he's done for the DMV, not just for the city, the DMV donations. I'm sure there's things you've done that people don't know. So I was like, how could you hate on something so special? Yeah. And see, I'm never a fan of even, shedding light to that, but I get to a point where I see it, I see it all the time, and I see it. I got messages about it. So I just wanted to address it. And I mean, don't get it twisted. Like I get it. I quote unquote get it. Because I was younger once too, but we've been past that, man. If we're doing anything to push the people forward and to push the culture forward, push the city forward, that's what I'm about. I'd be terrible with me, man. I'm from Glenarden. Maryland. I love the kids here. I love the people here. That's right. Put some respect on that guy's name. Let's straight up. Straight up, my boy Joe. And he from Atlanta. I did the same thing with the kids in Atlanta, West Side in Atlanta. I don't got spring Bankhead. I do the same thing in Southeast that I do in Northeast that I do uptown. We deliver meal. We do so much. We just do. So when somebody try to call you out on what you do or say what you don't do, it's like, damn, we be putting in the work, and we don't even, the people see it and the people love it. What I will say is, though, man, the people have my back, though. I said one thing and the people went to bat for me. So I think that just speaks for itself. The work always speaks for itself. So they get all that on Twitter, man. It's like, I get it.
But
yeah,
come on, man, we just trying to
I tell people, you popping, you growing, you're matriculating in life and your career when there's people that always got something to say, good or bad. But
man.
like I say, and like you say, actions speak louder than your words, and a
That's
lot of your actions definitely been speaking out. I want to touch on your Hail Zel show when the world was open, your comedy show. You did a Busboys and Poets and sold out shows as well. So can you talk to us about how you decided to transition that into like a whole show and how that all came together?
Man, listen, so I started right here on IG Live, right? So I used to do it when I lived in Atlanta, and I just pressed the live like, I'm going to do a show. You know, it started as a podcast, and I was on a podcast by myself, and I turned it into a show on Instagram Live. And then when I got home, it was just like, when I moved back here, it was like, let's do something. You know, let me tell you, I'm going to tell y'all, it was, y'all get a black woman on your team. It was a black woman. Strong,
they keep it real.
And she like, yeah, we doing this. And we did it at Busboys. First time we did it, we sold 100 tickets in a week. Next time we did it, we sold it out in like 27 hours. Then we moved up and we did Ivy City Smokehouse, and we sold like 200 tickets in like 56 minutes and sold it out. So it just, and this was before man, we was before the Rona, and that's what I tell people, and I pride myself. It was before the K, before the F, before all that.
Before the K, that's the humble beginnings right there.
Listen, but when
you keep that consistency, it's amazing.
That's what it is, man. But when it's just a testament. That's why I love people, because people see this now and they like, oh, I'm like, nah, Slim, we ground up. We had 4 people in the live before we had 250 tickets, you know. So I just love, I love the fact that I can watch that grow and love what people get from it. And people come out and have a grand old time, man. It's something they ain't never seen before. It's a live show. I ain't never seen it before, you know. So it's great to be a part of. It's great to do, but it's great for people to come out and witness it too.
No, I think that's an amazing growth with that as well, because usually like from IG Live to literally live in person and getting that love from all over the DMV. Because I remember I never had a chance to actually go to the show, but I know I saw different promotions like following you on Twitter. I know you had little live recordings on YouTube, and it's literally, and like it's like you really create your own like path, really.
That's
a lot of people look for these big productions and these companies to, look for me, man. I deserve this. You like, no, I deserve it, but they don't see. I'm gonna go ahead and make a way for myself. And that's what you did. It's really like just building the team, getting that network out there. And I'm learning that right now. I'm definitely learning that right now. David J. DeVirgo, shout out to him. He said the show was definitely different.
Good man.
Yes, I need to go. I tuned in last night, and this is a conversation from there. I could tell if the energy was good virtually. Imagine the energy in person.
The show get crazy. The show definitely get crazy in person. But just like you said, man, it started from something ground. It's beautiful to see, because I know where it started at, and I know it started on a piece of paper, and it was ground up. But I mean, I tell people, we're not waiting on nobody to say, hey, we like what you're doing. Hey, I'm gonna show you. You know what I mean? And the right people, I'm a firm believer that the right people going to see it. Everything happen the way it's supposed to.
Sir.
So we going to keep doing the work and doing the work and doing the work. And somebody will see it and somebody will say, hey, we want that. If not, I'm okay, bro. Like we for the people get to come out. We selling out shows before a name is attached, before anybody's attached. Of course, you always want to grow. But I'm grateful, man. I got the people, man. Listen, I got the people. I got like real people who know that they can say what's up to me and give me a fist bump. Like, I'm not bigger than, and I love that part. Once you get to that next level, it kind of fades away. So I'm enjoying. I love this part.
And we love to see it, literally.
For sure.
And I want to ask you, what got you started into like getting into the hosting entertainment? Because I know your first love was basketball. So I know you started off with basketball, playing sports. So what actually? And it's funny, a lot of people I've been talking to, it's funny how they, first of all, I was telling, when I interviewed League, I was like, y'all like giants. I know I'm tall, but I was like, y'all tall. I was like, I don't know when I met you once. I think it was like this passing, like you said, a boy game or something. But I was like, I said, y'all are tall. So it's funny how everybody starts with basketball and how that's kind of led them to, like, they understood what the journey could have been, but it led them to where they are now. So before we get into the host, I did ask you about your hosting, but basketball, let us know about your basketball background. How was that?
Man, that was the one key thing, like throughout the constant thing throughout my whole life was like that's what you grow up playing. Everybody know that. I mean, you're a kid, you're gonna play basketball. It taught you a lot. It may teach you discipline, it teach you teamwork, it teach you how to really set a goal and go get it. I feel like I got everything I was supposed to. I went to school for free. My folks didn't pay for no college. I ain't pay for college. Great experience. But I mean, it's always been like, for me, class clown, high school, middle school, I always loved that spotlight. But basketball was my ticket in. I mean, it was what I loved. It's what kept me disciplined, what kept me focused. But what I did was take that same passion, the same drive that and that same discipline that I took with basketball, and just channeled it in to the hosting. You know, I've always wanted to, but I didn't realize that I could get paid from this junk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, I ain't realize there was some money in it. I'm just like, I'm thinking I'm doing it for fun. And as you doing it for fun, people like, oh, we'll pay for you. So I mean, it started. I was coming out of my pocket. Like people say, we'll pay you $100 to host. I'm in Atlanta. I'm buying a 250 round trip to
Come
come host.
on.
You know what I mean, to come host for $100 just because I
Yes.
want to do it. Because I'm okay with the work. Or I'm going to go rent a car and drive it 9 hours and then go for a Saturday show, drive back on Sunday because I got to go teach on Monday. But I'll do, you know what I mean? But when you love it and you want to do it, you'll do whatever. So it go from that to like, man, I got hourly rate and you got to pay it. Yeah, I mean, it's straight like that. No cock.
You gotta know your worth.
Exactly
So
like that.
How long did it take you to realize like your work? I know a lot of people are going through that now. Even I still go through it, you know, as I'm growing and everything, like knowing my worth. So what is like your key thing and what helped you navigate that to know I'm worth this?
Once people started paying what I asked for, it was like, damn, so you can. So just, man, you gotta know. And I did a lot off the love first. So then once I felt confident, I mean, I felt confident in myself, like, man, I'm worth this. And I asked, I ain't scared to ask them, how much you get for this party? How much y'all get for weddings? You can tell me you can't, but I'm gonna ask. I need to know what's going on out here. You know what I mean? So I ask and then I get. And when I ask and I don't get, I stand firm. And they always come back. Always come back, guaranteed. So man, that's one of the things where you just do it and you do the work, and then you may ask for a little bit more. Then they come back like, okay, and then now that's your, I don't go no lower than this because I got this before and I know I'm worth this. I'm not going no lower. But I also look at opportunity. I know what certain opportunity means. I know where I can go a little lower here. So it's just about discernment. You know what I mean? But bro, you have a natural gift, you know what I mean? And you got a resume. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, and it's okay to take that humble off for a little bit. Yeah, I did this. Show them the mystic ring. Let them know, like, yeah, I was a part of this. I did this. Don't forget when I did this. Because that all going to how much they supposed to give you. I put in work. I did my hours. You got to pay me now.
No, definitely. Like you motivated me while I'm interviewing you. Hail Zel.
We here.
And I feel like the name is Azel Prather, right? I feel like the name itself sounds like it sounds like a name, like someone said earlier, put some respect. It sounds like a name that's supposed to be enlightened.
It's supposed to be that.
Your parents manifested that one, man.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
that. They said Azel Prather. Put that on the foundation. Put that name in light.
They know that. It was supposed to be something. We just doing what we supposed to do over here.
Yes, man. And one thing you touched on was confidence. And I know you said with comedy, you started off with comedy and everything. So what got your confidence in comedy? Because we all know comedy takes a lot of confidence because that one joke you crack that's not funny and it changes the whole atmosphere.
Well, that's what gets your the bombing. So like when you go as low as you like, I was in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta to do my comedy and to do my I was acting in comedy. Wanted to do I wanted to tap into that whole world. And man, I went on stage. I lie to you not. They weren't taking no more DC Young Flowers. There was a couple comedians there. They weren't taking no more acts. Wow. And my man was like, yo, I got the funniest dude from DC. Yada. He asked my man Jimmy Jenkins. Matter of fact, he got a show. He got a movie on Showtime, man, with movie on TV. Shout out to him. But he just amped me up like, bro, go out there and do it. Go out there, bro. Tell him I went out there, and when I say it was crickets. Crickets. Listen, crickets. And then the DJ play like, how do I?
Oh no! It's always one shady DJ.
Oh my goodness! The dude come grab the mic out the hand. I went home. I went in my room and I was done. And I was like, damn. But because I failed that bad, bro, I knew I couldn't go no worse than that. I knew I was so embarrassed, bro. Nothing worked. I'm like, it's either because I went that low already. I'm like, well, shit. All I need is one laugh now.
Yep.
And I knew I got laughs before. I did good before. And I was up on myself, but damn, then I just bombed. But because I bombed and realized that, after I got all my little feelings or whatever, it was like, bro, you done did the work. You had the worst thing happen already. Now it's like, hell with it. Let's go. Well, you can't get nowhere. There's too many people here. There's too many people here, and you terrible. So it was like, what's next? So that's what gave the confidence. And you just got to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it.
Definitely, I feel like with comedy, even though I'm not a comedian, but people say I'm funny, and I think I'm funny naturally. But it's different when you're talking amongst your friends and when it's scripted. So I guess do you use those moments to actually, you know, Kevin Hart, laugh my pain. Do you use those moments now to like with your content?
Without a doubt, I look at comedy like, for me, I don't have no made up, you know what I mean, no made up stories, none of it. It's all my real life. Funny enough, I ain't got to talk about this person. I ain't got to talk about. I got enough bull with myself. I teach kids all day. That's man. Listen, that's the jokes there. They write themselves. So I mean, I end up storytelling to it. There's a lot of different aspects to it, but I use my personal, you know what I mean? Well, like of course you kind of cite it a little bit, but I don't talk about people. I don't put down nobody. Like I got enough bull with myself where I messed up enough for the both of us, so we good.
He's like, I'll take one. I'll take one for the team.
That's exactly.
Man, no, but that's something that you like to hear, those authentic and those real moments. Because some people are like, man, I've been funny. I never had this. You're like, no, let's talk about them humble beginnings. Because honestly, the humble beginnings are the beginnings that really help mold us to the individuals that we are today.
And that's real. They'll make or break. If you bout it, they'll make you. But if it ain't what you want to do, you'll be done with it. But I'm so grateful for my fall.
Oh, no. You said, what? You grateful for your fall? No, you got to be. So I want to get into it. You talked to about the comedian, so host Hail Zel. So I know the hosted concerts. I know you did Liddy in the City. A lot of those events here in DC.
Yeah.
Let's talk to us about how'd you switch from comedy to hosting. Like, was that a hard transition? Because some people are, when it's like script and they got their mind right, that is easy. But some people who are comedians like get booked for like events like homecoming concerts, sometimes they're not able to be able to transition over to just, a live crowd or being in front of a lot of people where it's not just being funny. So
exactly,
to balance those two, or it doesn't affect you.
Honestly, yeah, I ain't want to say it like that. I'm glad you said it don't affect me because I ain't want to have to say it. But it's one of them things where it's like I swear I'm blessed. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm able to be myself as a host, as a comedian, as a teacher, throughout my non. So I'm able to be myself and just take myself and adapt into whatever little world that I'm in. So if it's from the club, I started out hosting a go-go I was hosting a go-go for CCB.
I know you hosted like it was like a not a trap, but it was like a karaoke, go-go karaoke thing.
Yeah, I did that. I done hosted so many little different from I host a church play to a wedding to a trap karaoke to a go-go to a Liddy in the City, to a kid birthday party, to a bar mitzvah. We gonna do it all.
A bar mitzvah.
Listen, I ain't doing it. If anybody in here need, I host it all. Baby showers, gender reveals, all that.
Come on, book my man.
Man, listen, but honestly, I mean, it's just one of them. It can translate into each little different realm, So, man, I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm able to do this and do that. But man, it's the person, man. It's the you, So we can host here. We can comedy here. We can teach here, do the nonprofit there.
Definitely. And you just hit it right on the nail. That was my next transition to your nonprofit. So then you turned into businessman.
Yes, sir.
And started your nonprofit. And you started not too long ago, about last year.
Yeah, so we made it official last year. Something I've been doing things for like years, but once you about 4 years, I've been teaching for 5 years, so about 4 or 5 years I've been doing the philanthropy work like officially. But just in turn trying to go bigger and trying to get more and trying to like really make it a thing. We just had to turn it into a real thing and into an actual 501c3 nonprofit. So we did that this past year. But I mean,
why so long? Why? What made you want to wait? Like what?
I ain't know. We were just doing the work with the people. So I wasn't looking for the big companies. I wasn't looking for a cosign. I was looking for the people. I'm putting on Twitter, hey, my kids, I'm teaching in the hood. I'm in the south side of Atlanta. Can y'all help me out with some gifts? Yeah, and they donate bread. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, my kids need haircuts. Can y'all help me out? I'm about to take them. And they'll do it. So I was getting enough support from the people that I wasn't really looking to do nothing too crazy. So once it hit, and stuff started getting more, then companies started reaching out and they couldn't donate because I didn't have a 501c3.
Yes, they need that right off.
Exactly. So I was missing out on a lot. I'm like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. So we made it official. And I mean, boom, it took off from there.
Definitely. And I know it's great to have a team with you, and I know you work she's a Booth State alumni, unique, and also it's called Dream. Unique. Yeah, Dream. Because of them in Dreamville. It's all one. You work with them. Was that a help when discovering and making your nonprofit?
Huge. I mean, that was one of the biggest like things going for my nonprofit. Meeting with Unique. Asia. She runs Dream Village. She does the nonprofit to the shows, but man, everything. So that whole connection from Asia to Dream Village to Unique was probably like a very like key pivot. You know what I mean, in terms of what I want to do, because you could do the work all day long, but you definitely want the right people to see and the right people to get behind it. But I mean, it was head down, do the work, the right people, connect and put you in the right places, and you do the work, and then boom.
Definitely, and the work has definitely been done. Obviously, with all these viral moments. But before we get to the viral moments, a question I want to ask you. So we started off with you hosting. We started off with the comedy. We talked traveling to Atlanta for, acting and so more, and having your own Hail Zel show. But the main thing that's showing the work is you being a teacher.
Yeah,
What
man.
made you decide to want to be a kindergarten teacher?
Man,
You start off in Atlanta and you came here to DC. So explain to us that journey.
Man, I was I mean, so when I first moved to Atlanta, I literally just moved. You know what I mean? I just packed up my car and I rolled out. My man Jimmy, who got the movies on Showtime. It's really crazy. He got the movies on Showtime TV One now. He was working at Tyler Perry Studios, like grabbing chairs. You know what I mean? Doing the dump stuff there. You know what I mean? And that's how we started that journey. But just shit, so bam, I was working. I went and found a job at Enterprise. I hated it. Went to a friend crib. She was like, she teach. I'm like, man, I love kids. I taught an intern at elementary schools. I always worked at daycares. I'm like, man, I love the kids. Let's see what's up. I go interview on like a Tuesday. I did a sample lesson on a Wednesday, and I was at orientation on Thursday. And I told myself, I said, I'm only gonna do this for a year. I'm like, this is not a profession. You don't just play with them. You know what I mean? You don't just scholars. Man, I love them kids, man. I love them kids in Atlanta. But I said that, you know what I mean? I love them kids. You don't just hop into teaching and just half do it, because it's too delicate, you know. So I'm like, once I get it, I mean, you in there, you like, I'm forming real live relationships with these kids' families. So it's not even about the teaching. Teaching's easy. They'll tell you what to do. I know how. Is it hard? I can say A. I mean, I teach kind of A, apple, A, B. Like, it's the relationship for me. It's that, you know what I mean? Like, what I mean to them, what they mean to me. So it's almost like, shit, it's an obligation for me. Now, I can't see myself, no matter what happens, I always have to do something in the room with them. So, I mean, I thought I was going to do a year. I'm 5 years in, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm not going to ever be a teacher, you know? So it was the best thing for me. I wake up and go to work, and like, it's okay with me. Like, I don't need no alarm clock. I don't need groan and grudge to get out. Like, I love my kids. I love what I get to do every day. So, man,
and it always shows off of this, the authenticity of literally the things you just take, just the extra steps you take. Like, and I want to talk about, we're going to start off with the Christmas drive. I feel like that was a moment where, of course, we're not doing these things and doing it just for like to go viral, get the attention, but just how authentic it was, it just showed how much attention it got and how much it touched so many people from Atlanta all over to, like, you know, being on social medias and stuff. But explain to us that first viral moment with that Christmas drive. How did that feel and how did that come about? Because the ideas, creativity you came up with were just so genius, especially as a teacher.
Honestly, it was one of them things. I didn't know it was going to do what it did, but it was one of them things where I know where I work at. I know the kids that I serve. I know what Christmas was for me. You know what I mean? And I know what it might be for them. So I know what I felt like waking up for Christmas, knowing I had stuff, you know what I mean, up under the tree. And I know that that's lit. So I can only imagine what it's like to not have nothing up under there. I'm not saying that my kids can't or that my kids won't, but I know that some won't and some can't. And some may not get what they want. Some may just get. So if I have it in my power and I got the resources and I got the people, you know, to be able to do that, why wouldn't we do it? You know, so we did it, man. Each kid, they literally got what they want. If they want a WWE toy, that's what you get. If you want a jump rope, that's what you get. You want a Beyblade or Paw Patrol or Barbie, like, you tell me what you want.
Yeah.
You get, and just that factor of waking up and we will go to school and you wear your pajamas and I got the Black Santa and you open up a gift that you
come on, Black Santa.
Straight up. You know, so when you really get to get that whole experience, like, I don't care what happened at home. I don't care what happened when you leave there. Yeah. You could take your mind to this time when we was at school, you know what I mean? And you got that gift that you really wanted because Mr. Prather was like, hey, you keep working hard. You don't know who watching. Somebody was watching. They got you what you wanted. So whatever the world tell you, but you'll remember, like, what it meant to be in school that day, what Mr. Prather said to you, and what his friends or whoever I tell them they're my friends, Santa my friend, whatever they want to tell them, but they know that them people care about them.
No, definitely, and it got bigger and bigger each year, and like you've done the same thing, like even with the Kobe video with the kids, which a video I definitely loved. Kobe, I was like, this one don't even say, like, it's just like little things, like you build that relationship with people, and some people are, and that's, I feel like, first off, as a Black teacher, because there's not a lot of Black teachers, men or women, that sometimes get a lot of credit for what they do and a lot of shine, or are put on these platforms to showcase what they do for our Black youth, and also just for teachers as well, because I feel like you speak on yourself, but you speak for a lot of other teachers as well, because we all sit on that same platform.
Yeah,
and I just feel like, you know, just the growth of it from like the Kobe, then the self-care day with the kids was like the icing on the cake. Like I remember watching it, seeing it on Fox 5, also seeing it on the internet and all that stuff. And of course, we know people realize the viral moments on the internet, a lot of that stuff they pick up and find like a few times later. Like we knew it was going on, and then like, it goes viral to the whole world. Like a month or two later, we like you said, we've been doing the work, but it's good to see it grow. But the self-care day, bro, I salute you on that one. Like that was the icing on the cake. This is a beautiful moment of the kids, that how you saw they felt so good with a haircut, with the braids. So how did you put that together and get a community of people to come and just agree to plan that and make that happen for the youth?
Man, it's a real thing. Like when I go to school, back when we was, you know what I mean, and I come through with my haircut, you know what I mean, Mr. Prather, and they want to touch it on my waves, get to spinning, and they gas me, you know. So when they come in, I love it too, and they know this. So when they don't have their haircut, they know that. When they don't have their hair done, they know that, you know, and they feel away. So when they do, they feel away too. So it's another one of them things where it's like, man, we're not doing it for no. I've been getting kids haircut, you know. We just didn't make it a thing, you know. Now I'm in a place where I don't just gotta go pick up 2-3 kids in my car and take them, you know. I'm in a place where I can change my whole classroom and bring people into my school and do it there. So now that I do it, and the fact that it catch. And I told people, I'm like, I love the love. Don't get it twisted. I love the press. But at the end of the day, like you said, my kids already got their hair done and their haircut and their nails done. So we already won. But I just know what that do for them, and I know how that made them feel. And even if it's for that day, even if it's for that week, whatever it is, you won't remember that when you in this school. Like, for real, you don't. That's a school. I remember stuff like my teacher giving me this teddy bear. You know what I mean? And that's tight to me. But damn, I would love to remember the time I got to shape up with the design that I really
yes.
You know,
and they weren't simple. Like it wasn't the number ones. It was the number one plus the actual zigzag design and little.
Exactly. So I'm like, I want to be there for them, and I want them to know, like, bro, we care. Like, I care. This ain't even about no school. I don't care what number you know, what colors you know. Like, we just care about you, and they don't have to get it now. But when they get older, they gonna be like, damn, them people really. So when they think, if they ever think somebody don't care, they gonna always go back and be like, at least he did care.
Like you said, it's good for them to feel like I love when they look back, because I'm sure there's some teachers, coaches, mentors, people that we love to, you know, look back on like and say thank you, because you, even that people feel like, I feel like at this age, I'm talking about the kids now, their mental is different. They remember things, the impact, that love, that nurturement that some kids probably don't get at home, and getting at school is something worthwhile, you know, because some people can't afford to get their hair done, get their hair cut. And like you said, we don't isolate any kids, we do it for all, and I'm sure that's probably touched the parents. How did the parents react? How was the parents' reaction?
Man, just to hear parents, some parents never got their kids haircut before, or some of them work multiple jobs. But that's not a priority to go get your kid hair done or their nails done. Rightfully so. All they gotta do is go to school, you know what I mean, go home. So the fact that, you know, that they were so grateful and they were with it, and I'm like, I don't care who can and who can't. I'm just gonna send a permission slip home. If you know what I mean, all you gotta do is sign it and come back to school, and we got you. So man, the fact that they were, you know, that they were grateful, you know what I mean, and they were receptive to. Because you could feel a little way. Somebody coming in saying like, hey, I'm going to get your child hair done. I'm going to get your child haircut. You don't know these people. So for you to trust me and trust my people who I got, you know what I mean, and allow me to be able to do that for you, for your kid, man, that's a big thing. And it just shows, and it helps me just understand a relationship building process that's that important when it comes to them kids.
Yeah, because it's not easy doing kids' hair, especially haircuts, especially kindergarten. I'll be in the barbershop and they be cutting kids and they be moving and stuff like, oh, all right, sit down. I want to cut you. It probably was a lot on you. Just be like, okay, we're going to pray. Everything goes well. And everything went well. And it got all the attention it needed. But you already know the attention that I'm about to get on. When you got that Ellen attention, I was like, oh. So the shade room, then Ellen, can you explain to us? I know you probably explained it a lot, but for those who don't know, can you just explain to us that the moment when it happened? Because I know before you were supposed to be on the Steve Harvey show, right? And that didn't happen.
Yeah. So last year when I did the Christmas thing, I got a call from producers from the Steve Harvey show, and I got really excited, but I didn't get it or whatever. So I told myself, like, this year I got a call from like Kelly Clarkson's show. And I got, but what's funny is the first people, so because of them, we Unique posted it first, and the Shavon posted it. And when Unique posted it, because of them, she go, man, Ellen gonna call. I'm like, Ellen ain't calling. She like, Ellen gonna call you. I'm like, bro, so a month go by. I'm tripped. Matter of fact, I'm in Dream Village. I'm doing an interview with Davey J the Virgo.
Wow.
Doing an interview with him, and I literally get a text like, I get a call, I miss it. Then I get a text like, hey, this is such and such producer from Ellen. Yada yada yada. We want to talk to you. I'm like,
you like, whoa.
I'm like, yeah, somebody lying. Cause I'm like, you told me Ellen was gonna call, but Ellen really called, so somebody lying. So but I never got my hopes up though, because that process was like a month long of talking to them. But man, once it was official, man, I just wanted to advocate for I knew I wanted my kids to come, and I knew whatever they did, I told them I don't need nothing. I said, but my kids, I said, rock with my kids. I said, they asked me what I needed. I said, no, I'm good. I said, but get my kids right. You know what I mean? I'm like, their community needs. I'm like, I know they like to give gifts, but I don't need nothing. So, I mean, we did it, and we go out there, man. But it's that experience. Some of my kids' parents ain't never been on the plane, been outside of DC.
Wow.
My kids ain't never been outside of DC, been on the plane. So, they getting chauffeured, man. They got our names with the drivers and the big escalators.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, they hotel rooms crazy. It's pump, it's treat, it's, man, they got treated like royalty, and they loved every minute of it. Like, taking them out to go see the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then to go out there and be on the show, and then for them to see themselves after the show or watch themselves backstage, like, man, all that stuff is big for them. Like, looking at them looking out the window and at a cloud that they don't know that they can see a cloud or a building that's below them is big, man. Who knows where that's going to take their mind, or what they know that they can now do. And I'm like, that's just from, we just did the work, and damn, we in LA, we on a plane, all expense paid because we did the work. So I want my kids to just see that, and the fact that they can see it and experience it, it's like, damn, that's two birds, one stone. But yeah, she that was an experience, though. I will tell you that.
I know, and this the donation she said. How's the car doing? You treat the car well?
Yes, indeed. We good. She outside right now, chilling.
Okay, I must say, make sure the car is good now.
Yeah.
That 2020.
Yes, indeed. That thing nice, man. And even with the bread, man, it just allowed me to do so much more programming of what I already wanted to do. It just makes things a lot more easier. You know what I mean? And we've already, man, we didn't pay bills. You know what I mean? We didn't filled up fridges. You know, we deliver meals, so we're still able to do so much. You know what I mean?
And we doing our work, and like all the haters, let them know actions speak louder than the words.
They see it, they know. We can act like they don't. They can act like they don't know.
Exactly, but we see it. They probably on here right now watching.
They know what time it is. Sorry, I ain't gotta say nothing.
But I want to just ask you just another question. Was it nerve-wracking to know? Okay, when you're about to go on it, like, all right, we're going on in 5. Like, explain this, like, when you're walking to the stage, like, was that nerve-wracking? But we watch Ellen in our mom's TV in our living room, but you're there.
I know, but this, man, to me, I hope this don't sound the wrong way, but she's another human being, man. I just know she's another human being. And I'm like, it wasn't even about me. They told me my kids weren't gonna be on the show, so I'm like, how can my kids be on? Oh, no, they do a great job of. They tricked it. They told me my kids won't be on the show or whatever. So this whole time in the back, I'm trying to get my kids together. I'm like, look, y'all might not be able to meet. I'm trying, like, I don't care.
Like, don't cry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, the crowd is the crowd, and I didn't realize the moment. I will tell you that it took me after the moment to realize how big the moment was. But shit, I was in there like, I wanted my kids. So then when they finally came out, ain't no nerves. I'm like, nah, it's y'all time. Like, they sitting right, they looking good. They mamas done greased them up.
They were so professional. Like, they were they spoke well. I saw the video.
And then my hood babies too. So for them to come out there,
like, come on, they from Southeast of LA.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, so I'm like, for them to come out there and they really showed their little cute little black self, and they did that. I was ready for them. You know what I mean? I was geeked up for them more than I was. I mean, for me being on the show, my family was out there with me, so that was big for them. My mom's in the crowd, my dad was. I mean, that was the moment for me. Me being there was cool, but the reasoning, you know what I mean, was the biggest part. The experience that my kids got to have was the biggest part. Like, my people's experiencing that with me was the biggest part. I could, no shade, but I mean, we could. Spotlight is the spotlight, bro. Whether it's on, and I'm grateful for it. But we them same people, bro. We wake up like they wake up. You know what I mean? Like, we just doing it right here, right now. You know what I mean? We're gonna be in the same place. So I'm like, she wasn't I ain't look at her as no God or nothing like that.
It's just like,
I'm thankful. I understand her platform, and I'm thankful. But I'm like, shit, you Ellen, I'm Azel. You know
it's our time. You know, they've done the work. It's our time and our generation to go ahead and be put on that next level because it's our time.
Yeah, I mean, and
I
it's
be
for
flying
my
to LA like, yo, hey, Azel, when your show come on, I'm gonna slide too.
man.
You
Listen,
remember where you at?
straight,
You
man,
know?
straight
And
up.
we talking about it now. We gonna look back like, yo, remember we talked about this?
I promise you, but I'm trying to tell you that's how I go. So when I'm in them places or with them people, I'm grateful and I'm humble, but I'm also like, man, you regular just like me. Like you put on your pants the same way I did. You worked a little bit, I worked too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
okay, and that's all. So I loved it though. I loved it for my kids. I loved it for my kids. I loved it for my community. I love the fact that they could, hey, you was the guy on Ellen, like yeah, like you was the teacher, yeah, and I'm right here in the line with you. You want to get in front of you? Because
I'm just as live too. I'm walking like I'm Diddy as well. What's up?
And that's what it is. So nah, man, that whole experience was great. But for my kids, they ain't gonna never forget that. You know what I mean, they gonna have that forever. And shout out to the car and the bread too, Ellen. I appreciate it.
I'm like, hey, the car outside the 2020, you treating it well, so I'm happy.
Yes,
COVID
indeed.
ain't treating us well, but the 2020, you treating the 2020 car well.
That's all for sure.
I know with all this controversy going on with the Ellen show and how Ellen's not treating people right and everything. So when if you can talk about it, when you hear about that stuff, I know you said your experience was great. So what is your touch or spill on that, if you could talk about it?
Man, honestly, I don't, because I don't know. Now I will say I can say what I feel. I mean, we ain't talk. I mean, we talked for what y'all seen. That was our conversation. When them lights was up and it was a commercial, I was on commercial too. I was over here. I mean, they was making sure the skin was fleeked up. So I can't
purr, like you like to say, on purr.
On purr. You know, I can't I will say she ain't do me. I don't want to negate what people have said because I don't know. And I don't want to take away. But I didn't even interact with her enough. Like the time with that whole segment is 7 minutes long. You know what I mean? And it's like a 2-minute jump, a 1-minute break, a 3-minute jump. I go to the trunk for 2 minutes. It's 7 minutes in that jump, and that's all I had with her. So I can't even tell you what kind of. I can't tell you nothing. What she had on. I do.
What's the bang? You ain't no left, or what's the bang? You ain't right. We don't know which way was that.
I don't know what a bang ain't. All I knew is I knew what was in the tray. I can tell you that. Hey. 20K, yeah. It's like but if she rocking like that though, if she going like that, man, Puffy not rocking with that. You know what I mean? They know where I stand on that, but
yeah,
it's just wild. But I have zero. Man, the same time y'all had with her with me was the same time I had with her. You know what I mean? With y'all straight up.
And people don't realize. I mean, of course, now since we're in the field and we in the shows and experience, we were able to witness. Like sometimes it's better watching it at home because being there live in the studio, it's totally different. Like award shows, everything.
Way different.
Because I realize, with award shows being at them, how sometimes people like, why the audience not, lit and stuff. But when you're here, it's so like
you'll see why.
Sport.
Exactly.
Applause. Clap it. Let's go. Cue cards. And we're over there like, and if it's recorded and they messed up, we've done that performance over and over again. But when you're at home, you hear it loud, your TV like
you just see one exactly. You just see it one time through. You don't realize everything that's going on. You don't realize that. I mean, it's different. Even on stage, like I see the people, but I don't see the people. You know what I mean? But it's just me and Ellen for that time. And then when my kids came out, when I say that shocked me, I wasn't ready for it. So it was, I had to like snap out and snap back in. I'm like, yeah, like, and they came, they gave hugs, they gave me a hug. I'm like, y'all turning this junk, y'all doing it the right way. And and shout out to their mothers for greasing them up like picture day back there. That black skin was shining on that stage.
No, man, but I definitely salute you with that and what you're doing with the schools and everything. But I know that reaction, like that experience to them is like no other.
For sure.
When the impact you see yourself, like when you see other schools now, doing the same things that you're doing, how does that make you feel of the impact you have now? Because I know schools in Atlanta, a lot of schools are now doing self-care days. I know you another collaborator done with your platform. So how's it feel to see that impact on a global level?
Man, that's lit. I remember somebody had sent it to me like, dang, look at them. Now they want to do a self. It was a parent, matter of fact, at another kid was like, now they want to do a self-care day. And I'm like, good. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't get no personal gain from getting my kids' hair cut or hair done. I don't get no personal gain by being the only person that does it or being, man, hell, that's the purpose of it. Like, if I do it here, yes, I'm a regular teacher dude. Go do it there. I don't care.
Yeah.
As
an influencer, it's your job to influence and impact. So if you're not doing that, why get mad for people doing it?
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't get mad at none of that. Like, I won't even call that imitation. Like, that's the work. Like, that's what we want. I want him to get a haircut right here at this Northeast school, and him to get one at this Southeast school. I want her to get hers done in Northwest and hers to get her done in Southwest. Yeah. I can't do it in all four. I mean, I can't do it everywhere. So if you can do it over there, yes, please go do it. So I swear I love to see it. I love to see it every time. As long as we doing the work and it's for the betterment of the people, man, shit. Ask me how I did it. See who I know.
Exactly.
Shit, I might know some people that's gonna come out there and help you out.
So, man, I'm definitely proud of you and all the stuff you've been doing. And that's not even on like us talking on this millennial discussion. That's on like some man-to-man serious type thing. Like it's good to see you grow and see other people doing great things with you, but especially when they have the impact and the people behind them in the community, and see the Black brother do that as well. So, bro, I'm definitely not going to, hold you up your time, but I appreciate you so much for being on here as well. And just two questions I have. Well, one more question I have first. What can we look forward to more with Hail Zel, with everything going on? I know we had the South Side market. So before we leave, what can we look forward to?
Man, so we back with the South Side market on the 22nd for sure. And I mean, man, it's with the foundation, we just always finding ways. I don't have any. I mean, Southside Market is our recurrent thing. We always doing. Got our hands and our feet in the community every which way that we go. But man, for us, it's just more about a part of doing the work, man. I do encourage everybody to come out to the Southside Market, man. Come check it out, just to see what we got going on.
Yes,
check out these Black vendors, man. See what we could do. But I'm just appreciative, man. We start school again. I'm trying to figure out how that's going to go. I'm worried about my kids, but. Man, we just going, man. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I appreciate you. I appreciate this.
No problem.
And bro, I'm trying to tell you, it's great. It's great to see when you can watch somebody. I mean, watching on Instagram is crazy because until you look up, you don't realize how much. But when I say, bro, I done seen, I see the growth, bro, from this to that to this, and then you segment here on 93. You know what I mean? That's big, bro. And a lot of people just like, oh, and they just see they see the
now.
Exactly. They see the product. They don't see the progress. They don't see everything that came before. And not saying I know it all either, but just know, yeah, bro. Like we all in that boat together. And I've been watching, bro. So that's
hey, man. Hey, I really appreciate that, bro. I really do, man.
For sure.
Really. But man, look, you stay safe.
You too, bro.
Use some Kleenex. So congratulations on the Kleenex partnership.
I
forgot about that one. I saw that recently. I said, oh, he with the snuffles and everything.
I better stop. Hey, it's out here. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's out here, and I'm a Kleenex using. Hey, listen here. I'm actually leaving here to go. Matter of fact, I think I need a Kleenex. I think I need to go find my Kleenex right now.
I gotta sneeze real quick.
I'm telling you. Nah, that's real.
Hey, bro, congratulations on that too. I forgot about that. I was like, wait, yeah, Kleenex. So the kids gonna be ready for supplies.
We already ready. Kleenex held it down. Kleenex held it down.
All right, y'all heard it first here. He gonna hold it down with the Kleenex. Hey, yes, bro, congratulations with that as well. That's growth.
Thank you, bro.
And I know there's many more coming your way. We out here grinding. We manifesting, do everything we supposed to do because the work proves it for itself. And that's all I gotta say. I'm in on that. The work proves for itself.
Indeed, it's always going to do that. We're going to keep doing the work on this side, but I appreciate you for sure.
No problem, man. You stay safe. Much love. We'll be in contact, bro.
Indeed, you too. We out.
All right, bro.
My guy.